Good day, and welcome to the Lilly Roddy Show, coming to you from the LRS studios here in Houston, Texas. And a warm holiday welcome to all of you this week, the week of the winter solstice, Christmas, and Kwanzaa. And I hope you have been filled with the Christmas spirit, because I certainly have been filled with the Christmas spirit. It's not been so easy with our Uranus-Pluto lineup starting last week. We are influenced by Uranus and Pluto on Monday, and that may make us feel a bit ragged. This Uranus-Pluto lineup is what's been going on since 2007 and has to do with sort of the world upheaval that we're going through. What a great time to be alive. Mercury makes contact with Uranus and Pluto on the 24th, Christmas Eve, and on Christmas Day. So that's likely to make that part of the holiday a bit more difficult. We'll just be feeling more edgy. Keep your holiday plans simple and don't do anything you don't really want to do. We also have a long void of course moon on Christmas Day, and that may add a bit of spice to the festivities. There are two other long void moon days, and that is Sunday and Tuesday. Well, let's look at the week ahead. Sunday, December the 21st, the moon begins the day in Sagittarius and becomes void of course at 6:35 a.m. and remains so for all of the daylight hours. When the moon enters Capricorn at 7:25 p.m., she is no longer void of course. This is a fairly long void of course moon. Plan your more important activities in the evening. As we start the day on Sunday, the moon trines Jupiter at 6:35 a.m. We're feeling very positive this morning as we start this day. It is the best of all possible worlds. The moon is now void of course in Sagittarius at 6:35 a.m. Uranus, planet of evolution and revolution, turns stationary direct, meaning it's going forward, at 4:45 p.m. today. This will help to energize the populace toward a drive for more freedom and equality. And finally, the Sun enters Capricorn at 5:03 p.m. As the Sun enters Capricorn, this marks the beginning of the winter. This day has the longest period of nighttime hours. After today, the number of daylight hours will increase until we reach the spring equinox, which is the day the Sun enters Aries, or the first day of spring. And during the spring equinox, that's when the daylight and the nighttime hours are equal. So, of course, the Sun moving into Capricorn is the reason for the season. In the evening later, the moon enters Capricorn at 7:25 p.m. and is no longer void of course. We're definitely feeling more grounded and are about to feel more energized with this new moon. At 7:36 p.m., the moon conjuncts the Sun. Now, this is the new moon in Capricorn. The new moon in Capricorn wants us to be grateful for whatever we have and to use what we have more carefully. Capricorn is always a sign of conservation of your resources. Monday, December the 22nd, the moon spends the day traveling through practical Capricorn. She will turn void of course in Capricorn at 9:17 p.m. Starting our day on Monday, the moon sextiles Neptune at 4:03 a.m. Our imagination and creativity blend well early. Otherwise, this energy just makes for a nice morning. The moon conjuncts Mercury at 9:57 a.m. Our mind is sharp this morning, and we are staying on target for what we're expected to accomplish. This is a very good time for sales work, writing on your blog, or putting more organization into your daily life. In the afternoon, the moon squares Uranus at 4:17 p.m. In the latter part of the afternoon, we need a break from whatever we are doing. If you can, take off early. This would really be perfect. Look for things that pique your intellectual curiosity, and you'll be a lot happier. And not much after this, the moon conjuncts Pluto at 4:44 p.m. We are deep within our own emotional hideout. Additionally, we feel extra sensitive to criticism, so be careful of what you say and to whom you say it. And in the evening, the moon conjuncts Venus at 9:17 p.m. We desire rest and retreat this evening. It's a great evening to reward yourself with an extra piece of pie or a diamond tennis bracelet. It's a good night to be with someone special. Tuesday, December the 23rd, the moon starts the day, void of course, in Capricorn until she enters inventive Aquarius at 8:52 p.m. This means that for virtually all of this workday, the moon is void of course. Keep your expectations realistic and stick to your agenda. If you have very important things to do, try to plan them after 8:52 p.m. Saturn, planet of long-term goals and career drive, I tried to say those together, enters Sagittarius at 10:33 a.m. for approximately 2.5-year stay. Saturn in Sag indicates a time for education, strengthening of our personal boundaries, and putting more organization into our daily activities. Maybe water will help. I am a water sign. That should help. The moon enters Aquarius at 8:52 p.m. and is no longer void of course. We are feeling more connected and energized. In the evening, the moon sextiles Saturn into 8:57 p.m. We are in the mood to get things done. This can be a good time to finish up holiday decorations or shopping. We have a good attitude and we're doing the very best we can. So this is a good, not just a good time, it's a very good time to work on any personal task. Wednesday, December the 24th, Christmas Eve, the moon resides in freedom-seeking sign of Aquarius for the entire day. In the afternoon and evening, the moon sextiles Uranus at 5:26 p.m. We are in a light-hearted mood as the evening approaches. Keep your commitments light. We're feeling open and friendly. With this aspect, of course, you get to skip over all the bad parts. So just look for the good things. In the evening, Mercury squares Uranus at 7:31 p.m. This combination of planets really wants us to break away from our routines and give ourselves a rest. It happens with perfect timing considering it's the holidays. Don't overload your dance card this evening and make sure that you are doing exactly what you want to do. Holiday parties that you have to attend will make you feel restricted. Exit plans will be appreciated. Conversations with others should be direct and blunt. This aspect, Mercury square Uranus, is in effect for the next couple of days. And finally, in the latter part of the evening, the moon conjuncts Mars at 10:36 p.m. Our emotions are very strong this evening. We're expressing how we feel, whether it be love or joy, or loss and regret. We may feel very defensive, and other people's comments could really set us off. Be careful of the company you keep this evening. Thursday, December the 25th. Merry Christmas. The moon begins the day in Aquarius, the sign of the inventor. She becomes void of course at 9:11 a.m. and remains so through late in the evening when she enters intuitive Pisces at 10:07 p.m. This means that the day will have its own schedule and maybe not the one we intended to follow. Be flexible during this void of course moon on Christmas Day and have a wonderful holiday. Very early in the morning, Mercury conjuncts Pluto at 12:52 a.m. We are very full of thoughts this early morning. If you are up early doing some holiday cooking, you're enjoying the peace and solitude this time brings. These energies are fairly intense for the holidays and might be a better energy if you were trying to prepare for your taxes or were doing some in-depth therapy. Sounds like a perfect thing for Christmas Day, doesn't it? This energy makes us want to get to the bottom of things and find out what's lurking in the shadows. This can also be a time where you release a lot of your expectation and painful memories from the past. We may want to be open, but we are slightly guarded. This aspect, Mercury conjunct Pluto, is in effect for the next couple of days. And as though that wasn't enough, the moon opposes Jupiter at 9:11 a.m. We feel more upbeat as our day begins and are not as lost in thought as we were in the earlier part of the morning with that Mercury-Pluto conjunction. It's a great morning to get out for a holiday walk or to have some hot cocoa with your family. Sounds so nice. The moon is now void of course at 9:11 a.m. when she enters Pisces tonight at 10:07 p.m. Enjoy your holiday and let your worries go. And our last aspect for Christmas is the moon squares Saturn. Yum. 10:33 p.m. We feel nostalgic and are thinking about what real family and real security means. Otherwise, it's a good time to be authentic about where you are, but not best to overdo it. Don't compare yourself with others and who's got the most stuff. This could be a good time for a real heart-to-heart with a family member if you can be honest with them. Friday, December the 26th. The moon transits Pisces, the sign of the mystic, all day. In the morning, the moon sextiles the sun at 5:46 a.m. We feel good about the morning, and it's a great time to be up early. The moon conjuncts Neptune at 6:51 a.m. This is a wonderful time of the morning to be laid back and not taking life too seriously. If you have to go to work today, you'll just have to drag yourself there. In the evening, the moon sextiles Pluto at 7:46 p.m. We're much more into the flow of the positive energy in the early evening. It's a good time for any type of simple chores or tasks, such as returning gifts. If you're working, this is a good time to be connecting with your clients. The sun sextiles Neptune at 9:11 p.m. When these two planets combine, this means that we're feeling much more compassionate and are striving to make the world a better place for all of us. It's more than just an idea. It's something that we must act upon. We are certainly feeling kinder to those who don't have the luxury and wealth that we have. This is also a very creative time where you could be writing, playing music, or trying out those new oil paints you got for Christmas. This aspect, Sun sextile Neptune, lasts for a couple of days. And finally, Saturday, December the 27th. The moon spends the day moving through deeply emotional Pisces. However, she will turn void of course in Pisces at 9:44 a.m., and she will remain void of course for most of the day until she enters Aries on Sunday morning at 12:35 a.m. It's a pretty long void of course moon, trying to make Saturday a really laid-back day. Our aspect in the morning, the moon sextiles Mercury at 1:04 a.m. If you're up late, this is a good time to be social and rehashing the holiday. Otherwise, It may just keep you up late and you need some distraction to get to sleep. The moon sextiles Venus at 9:44 a.m. This is a very good morning to connect with other people, enjoy your relationship, or just share with others what it is that you really desire. If you're working, this is a great time to be connecting with clients or co-workers, especially on a one-on-one level. The moon is now void, of course, in Pisces at 9:44 a.m., but the positive feelings will continue to be with us throughout the rest of the day. Keep your agenda simple and flexible, and you'll have a great day. The moon remains void, of course, until Sunday morning at 12:35 a.m. when she enters active and energetic Aries. Well, thank you for joining me for our show. If you wish to get in contact with me for a personal session or to ask me questions about the planets and the show, you can reach me at Lillyroddyshow@AOL.com, Lillyroddyshow.com, or on Twitter or Facebook. Join us next week as we look at December the 28th through January the 3rd of 2015. Imagine, the new year is right behind us, right ahead of us. Can't be behind us, except if you're me and I live in the future, then that happens. And this is the Lilly Roddy Show, coming to you from the LRS studios here in Houston, Texas, reminding you to keep those stars in your eyes. Bye-bye.